The U.S. and British military mission recently attacked Houthi targets in Yemen. Amidst the general concern, the fact that at least one submarine was involved in the attack was overlooked. Usually, nobody talks about the activities of submarines. This is a weapon of invisible war. Therefore, even when it becomes known about the use of these weapons, we have to collect informational piecemeal. U.S. officials did not provide any information about the submarine that carried out the strike, but the Ohio-class submarine USS Florida entered the Red Sea in November 2023. By the way, Florida can carry 154 Tomahawk missiles. This arsenal is enough to fight the Houthis. How many such submarines are actually in the Red Sea, what missions they perform, and why it matters? Let's find out. In the meantime, please like this video so that YouTube algorithms love us even more and our community grows with new viewers. And here we go. The missions of submarines are extremely diverse. Depending on the weaponry, they can attack all types of targets, even airborne ones. In the absence of hostilities, there's still a lot of work to be done. They conduct reconnaissance, escort important vessels, and demonstrate political control over the region. That's why there may be more than one submarine in the Red Sea. First of all, this applies to the United States. The United States has 4 classes of submarines in service. The first and largest is the Ohio class.
The sole purpose of a submarine being invented was to take the fight there, launch torpedoes.
Currently, 14 submarines of this class meet the strategic needs of the United States. Another 4 were converted to launch cruise rather than ballistic missiles, and one of these 4 was publicly relocated closer to the Red Sea. This class is considered the largest ever built in the U.S. Navy. The USS Florida can be autonomously underwater for 120 days. The operating cost per submarine per year is $50 million, which is equal to the price of about 20 days of aircraft carrier operation. The Ohio class is to be replaced by the Columbia class in 2031. However, in practice, this class is easy to modernize. Perhaps we'll see the largest submarine with laser weapons or something super secret. Given the current capabilities of laser weapons, it would not be surprising if lasers are soon used, for example, in marine demining. The USS Florida is definitely a cool submarine, but isn't it too much for the current missions in the Red Sea? The Los Angeles class, which is considered the backbone of the U.S. submarine fleet, could easily cope with these tasks. 34 submarines of this class are currently in active use. Could they be in the Red Sea? Of course. The submarine was primarily designed for anti-ship warfare, but it's also capable of transporting special forces and laying mines. Quite a wise decision in case of a hypothetical naval attack. The third class, the Seawolf, was designed to hunt Soviet submarines and was super advanced for its time.
There were 10,000 drawings to find that ship. There were probably 5 or 6 revisions of 10,000 drawings. So it's 60,000 pieces of paper.
However, the USSR collapsed and the need for new submarines was gone. Only 3 finished units entered the U.S. Navy.
Submarines were essentially surface ships that were capable of submerging once in a while.
This class of attack submarines is much faster and quieter than the Los Angeles class.
Yeah, the boat is switched to silent mode now, and we are switching on the fuel cell plant. And the fuel cell plant powers the propulsion engine. This electrical engine runs with more than 1,000 horsepower.
Therefore, it's more logical for it to stay in the Gulf of Aden, where it's more likely to meet unfriendly neighbors. The Virginia class, developed by the Electric Boat Corporation of Connecticut, the next generation of American nuclear submarines, and a more cost-effective alternative to the Seawolf class.
The question for Virginia is how slow can you go? How well can you take that 8,000-ton submarine and control it in coastal waters a couple feet off the bottom? Can you move that ship inch by inch?
A great option for the shallow Red Sea, isn't it?
It's very capable, it's very quiet. So that's the most important thing, I think, in submarine warfare.
However, it's not only American submarines that are currently swarming the Red Sea. At first glance, Israel's not an obvious but quite expected guest in the Red Sea. This country does not produce its own submarines but buys them from Germany. In 2022, Israel ordered 3 new Dakar-class submarines to replace 5 existing Dolphin-class submarines. As usual, the submarine program is classified. However, it is known that the last Dolphin-class submarine, the Draken, was quietly launched in Kiel, Germany in 2023. The Draken sub is much longer than the previous Dolphin II submarine. This is due to its new armament, advanced missiles, for which the ship had to be lengthened. There are rumors that these missiles carry a nuclear warhead. The Draken can be seen as a bridge between the Dolphin class and the future Dakar class.
We can just go around shooting things and building up our skills, dealing with capable opposition, but generally, from our perspective, winning.
Israel is a concerned country, and as a state that usually does not spare its enemies, could easily send one of these submarines with a potential nuclear warhead to the Yemeni coast in case of emergency. The only question is how quickly they'll be detected in such a narrow area of the Red Sea. Britain is another country involved in the operation against the Houthis. We know about its surface fleet in the region. This does not exclude submarines. The lead ship, HMS Trafalgar, was launched in 1981. It's equipped with a Rolls-Royce PWR-1 pressurized water-cooled nuclear reactor. Who wouldn't want to drive a Rolls-Royce in the Army? The main mission of the Trafalgar-class submarines, which remain in service with the Royal Navy, is anti-submarine warfare, with anti-surface warfare being seen as a secondary role. The submarines can launch the Tomahawk Block 3C cruise missile. However, this is not the only class at the disposal of Britain. The Astute is the most advanced nuclear attack submarine in the Royal Navy. The first Astute was launched in 2007. Although the class is about 50% longer than the Trafalgar, it requires a smaller crew due to higher automation. With its weapons arsenal, sonar package, and other onboard technologies, the Astute class is one of the most advanced submarine designs in the world. However, the first few years of these submarines were not without problems. In 2010, one ship ran aground, and in 2016 it collided with a merchant ship. It can happen to anyone. Despite the failures, the Astute class is now one of the quietest and most technologically advanced submarine classes ever built for the Royal Navy. Thus, it's likely to be in service for many years. The mission against the Houthis is a good way to test it in combat, isn't it? The only thing left is counteraction. Will the Houthis be able to counteract these super modern submarines? Frankly speaking, there are a few options. Iran has not reached the technological level to create unmanned surface or underwater assets and transfer them to its protégés. In March 2023, Iran even tried to capture one of the U.S. unmanned boats, but to no avail. The only thing the Houthis can hope for is to mine the waters. Mines are a serious problem for ships, and they're difficult to find even with modern equipment. For example, during an operation in Kuwait, just 2 mines costing $40,000 caused almost $100 million worth of damage to an American cruiser. But of course, nothing is known about submarines being blown up by mines. In general, the use of submarines means a high level of conflict because a submarine from one country always attracts submarines from the opposing camp. In our case, even China and Russia. It's possible that right now, somewhere in the Middle East maritime spaces, operational and tactical confrontations are taking place, hidden under the water column. This is the end of the video. We'd be grateful for your likes and support in the comments. Also write what other topic you'd like to see a video on our channel. Thanks for watching, and see you soon!